I think there's going to be more and more blatant theft because somebody has a $10,000 card that they could just easily grab and flip to somebody else, and there'd never be any evidence.
All right, we're back. First, give me the camera again. Which one? This one? Is me? That one's me right there.
Look at that screen. Now you can see.
We're back. Shep is here, first in-studio guest. Last time there were a bunch of people hanging out in studio. He is an actual guest in studio.
The other guys were helping us to dial things in. I think now Shep is our real guinea pig here. His lighting's going to be terrible, so when you
Jeff
see
Gordon, stop driving in circles and get the friggin' lights put in, by the way. I don't know what he's dragging his feet on.
What's he doing? I never know what he's doing.
I'm not thrilled with that guy. He's probably great. I just want the lighting.
From your perspective, let's hear what are your thoughts, Shep? No, I want to know his thoughts on the shop.
This feels great.
The studio.
I told you guys when I walked in, I was like, this is Pat McAfee like. I like
it. Which is one of the biggest compliments since showbiz.
That's pretty nice.
Then he plopped himself down in that new chair and said, "Yeah, I'm awfully sweaty from the shop." And
so I'm okay with the lighting being a little bit low today. I was doing some renovation.
We didn't get our makeup girl on you, so that's good. You had a little sheen, but now no one will know.
Okay.
Well, if you guys don't know, Jason Shepard is
Roger Shepard. What's his name?
Well, it's always Dad. That's Dad.
That is Jason. Wait, Jason is Dad or Roger?
No, they're both Roger.
My first name is Roger.
Thank
my
you.
dad.
I know, but
Roger.
you prefer Jason, right?
Yeah, I go by Jason.
Thank you.
Okay, well, for giving Christian names, his name is Roger.
Jason Roger Shepard III. He is in the hot seat today, but he is also our LCS owner. If you guys are not familiar with it, we had a lot of first-time listeners recently. We are both commenting about this weekend. A lot of people are finding the show for the first time. So
and finding how big you are.
Okay, so that's
and how you should never wear beige shorts again.
That's an optical illusion. I don't know what the heck was wrong with that.
Have you burned those yet?
No, I love those shorts. I just got them. Beige shorts can go in a western.
The wedge of those shorts.
Okay,
though, doesn't ever, I'm saying.
To be fair, I didn't know that there was going to be crotch shots in that interview.
Have you seen the picture going around?
I did see the picture.
Did you?
I did.
Did you see the crotch?
You were very quiet.
Did you notice the crotch? He did.
You were very
the crotch
quiet.
was pointed out to me.
It was pointed in, actually. Someone
Listen, there was something wrong with that photo.
Somebody pointed it out to you?
That angle was large.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, I had somebody come in with their phone and go, hey, have you seen your boy Jesse?
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on?
Now you've seen more of your boy Jesse than you ever
I'm
thought.
the one who posted the photo. I understand what it is. I also, there's something. There was I blew up the kid situation going on in that photo.
I've seen a lot of Jesse this week. He came in the shop, wanted a Shep's t-shirt.
I did.
Did he change in front of you?
I gifted him
actually
one.
did change it. I took off my shirt.
That's what I'm saying. I saw a lot of Jesse this week.
Did we get him the shirts? We got the 3X shirts at the National.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Eisenberg, ship us some shirts.
And the SCN admins want shirts. We want to get one for all of them.
Everybody wants shirts.
Eisenberg, ship me a bunch of shirts.
Ship shirts.
I have people come in the shop like, hey, can I get a Sports Cards Nonsense
Tell me to go to the website and buy some.
We just need to put some, just have a little thing, a little square of merch at your shop, and then people can come and buy it in person.
Let's do it. We'll do it in this new renovation.
We'll give you a 5% cut, 2%.
And why are we giving them a cut?
We'll give them 1% cut.
I don't want to cut, but we could do a discount if they put it on in shop like Jesse did this week.
Filming
he took his shirt off.
What a treat. You get a bunch of fatties and they're changing their shirts.
Okay,
That's what you want.
You've been saying fatties
not
way
you.
too much, bro, and I'm going to put an end to it. I do not like it. It's a mean comment. Do not say fatties. You can say big boned or girthy.
That's not bone.
I'm
talking about the mass that's surrounding the bones.
Are you kidding me? I got big bones as well.
I'll tell you,
listen, Baldy, I don't want to hear it.
As a big guy, I'd rather you call me fatty than girthy.
You don't like girthy?
I don't think I like girthy.
And I don't want you to. I don't want to see any of you with your shirts off, myself included.
Listen,
it's not an insult. I'm just telling you.
I grew up as a fat guy. If I was an adult-only fat guy, it'd be a different story. As a fat kid, you get called fatty a lot, and it gets in your head, and you start to cry internally. And I don't want to cry.
Start working out. I think the laptop just
okay. You giving me personal advice on how I look.
You look great.
Is maybe the most offensive thing I have heard. You look causing me to get angry. Let's change the subject.
You look dynamite. All right. I have a couple subjects. I've got football almost upon us, so I would like to know what we're doing with football stuff. We've got cap. Jason wants to talk about not lying.
That is
lying or truth?
Cap is a lie.
No cap. Yeah. So not that though. It's a tops term.
I'm interested in this.
I would like to respond. Oh my god. I'd like to respond to the critics. We had some
You guys had critics?
He's just an idiot. He just sits there sucking
on
his ice cubes.
You want to make fat jokes? I'm going to drink boba tea in the camera. It's really good, actually.
The microphone.
I didn't know.
Looks like you didn't know how to swallow.
Well,
okay? Wrong pipe?
I forgot there were boba in it, so.
What is it called?
Boba. You've never had a boba, I'm going to guess.
And we're going to do a product review at the end. It's a new little segment I do want to do when there's product that needs to be highlighted. We'll spend a few minutes. It's going to be a nicely, well, Frank doesn't know this yet. It will be a nicely put together visual.
To go along with that, we are also going to talk about Good Charlotte interview with Luber. We're going to throw to that here.
Are we playing that, or are we actually responding to it?
No, we're just going to throw to it. So
we're not going to talk about it.
I mean,
I haven't heard it.
I don't have anything to talk about with it.
So we're going to play it for you.
That will be in the show for the listeners. There's also going to be theft at the national conversation, because I think that's really interesting. And then the whatnot valuation. I've just got notes on that as well. Also,
$500, $500 million
breaks this week, but we can talk about that with product.
Yuck. Okay, I do want to talk football then with Shep and Jesse, of course, as well. But this is people are asking, when do you sell football? I have two theories on this, but I'd like to know, what is your answer? It doesn't have to be a blanket answer. When you hear that, though, someone says, hey, I got a bunch of football. When is the right time to sell? What is your next line?
I think there is a window somewhere around preseason.
Okay, so a couple weeks. The next 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
So preseason, though, or preseason?
Yeah, well, when the talking heads begin to talk about how good such and such looks.
I agree.
Okay, so let's just talk it in Tennessee terms, because
Cam Ward
and Carnell Tate. You're already hearing this buzz.
A lot of Tate talk, by the way.
Carnell's a true number one, which, by the way, he's going to be at the Music City show. Has not been announced yet, but he'll be there.
We might be there, by the way.
Might be there.
Got a text from Dave. I'm not sure
But you're starting to hear it. So, the time I've learned as a Titans fan, you sell the hype, not the news. Because the news is always terrible. And so you sell the hype.
Yeah, the facts stay once we see them.
Right.
Tanks.
I'm also looking, as far as a Titans fan, we play the Jets week 1. So there's going to be, potentially should be on paper, a window there. But I would think it's just, football's such a gamble.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of games. It's not like basketball where you can start slow and recover. A lot of times you start slow.
It's over.
It's over. Injuries play a huge part into football, where it doesn't always play into other sports quite quickly or prevalently. I don't know. I would say, again, I think you sell let's talk Jackson Dart. I think you got to sell somewhere between preseason week 2 and week 2.
Okay, so by the way, this is actually going where I wanted this conversation to go, because me and Jesse have talked about this. There are prospects and young guys, not prospects, rookies, second-year guys, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Mendoza, all these guys. If I have their stuff, I am preparing to sell it immediately. Like, I think now is, like, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I think it's the time. Because on field, they're not going to live up to the hype, no matter what.
And the odds of them living up to it is far less than you selling it and I had rather sell Jackson Dart on the hype than if he were to rattle off 8 straight and I miss out on some money.
I agree.
I've done it too many times the other way.
Play it safe.
I've done it. Trey Lance killed me. My own fault. Will Levis killed me.
Okay, let's take it easy. I have a lot of Will Levis stuff. That's going to take. It's going to be. He had a great play the other day at practice.
He did, didn't he?
Felt like an idiot and just flailed like a little girl and threw the ball to the defender. Yeah, not great.
But I just think if you look at the times that you hold too long, I know me personally, I've gotten burned way more than I've gotten ahead.
So take the sure win.
So
here's my point. I think that is correct with all the young guys we're talking about. However, my other thing, I had this conversation this morning with a guy. My other contention is, if you're holding established stars, I think you hold for the first 2 to 6 weeks. And specifically, I'll give you the 3 guys I've been buying the last few months: Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. I think if Mahomes comes out and plays and they start 5-1, he looks good, all of a sudden it becomes, this is the best guy in the league. Coming off an injury, coming off of missing the playoffs, Josh Allen's another guy. I mean, me and him talk about Josh Allen all the time. We talk about Lamar all the time. I think their stock actually goes up because we've seen them perform MVP levels. So I do think there's like the clear difference, though. Who has already done it and is good? If they've done it, give it a little time. They'll do Jalen Hurts. We've seen him play good. Jackson Dart, Sanders, all the young guys, I would say get ready to start selling in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I would throw one more name in there. I think Joe Burrow. And here's why. If Joe can come out, and I know, but if Joe can come out and the Bengals win 3 of their first 4.
Sell him right then, before he gets injured for the year.
Well, or they have not been able to win games in the past. Remember last year, they were the highest scoring offense, I think, or second.
Yeah, defense was terrible.
Couldn't win games.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, if they begin to rattle off some games, you might go, they might parlay this into a playoff game. Then it's anybody's game at that point with Joe, if he can stay healthy. So maybe him. I'll give you a name I'm buying, Matthew Stafford.
Really?
Well, here's why.
That's
I
interesting.
think they're going to go on a
know.
massive run.
Aaron Donald's back.
Aaron Donald's going to be back. He's coming off an MVP. He picked up weapons. I think they're probably clear favorites or second in odds.
Not even close. They are the clear
So
favorites.
all of a sudden, what if he could win a second Super Bowl or another MVP run? And what I'm saying is his autograph stuff, especially rookie, is so low.
Compared to this new crap, yeah.
All of a sudden, do people
fair.
begin to put him into a category of going, we've really overlooked this guy for a long time.
You could already make a case, by the way. I'm not a Stafford fan by any means. Statistically, he's an MVP and he has a championship now. He is already probably top 15 to 14. Excuse me, top 20 to 15 in that range.
I bet if you look statistically, he's top 10 almost.
Oh, he's a bunch
He
of them.
put up
Absolutely.
such big numbers in Detroit, and nobody cared because they didn't win.
Sure.
But you got to remember, he single-handedly made Megatron a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Megatron was pretty. But I just mean,
Right,
you
right,
had
but
an MVP
those
now,
stats.
and you had a championship. There's not a ton of quarterbacks. I do. If he were to win one or two of those, like if a combination, either one more championship, one more MVP, or both, you start having that weird conversation. He's like top 12 all time.
Because look at who he's going to be more accomplished than.
Oh, yeah, way more than a lot of those guys.
Right.
In the last week, is there anything like consequential that's happened in the NFL?
In terms
Like any
of what?
news? Because I'm going through, and other than like one quarterback, so I got Joe Purdy, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen.
Who's Joe
Or
Purdy?
Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Other than Brock Purdy. Joe Burrow, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, Drew Brees, which he was just inducted into the Hall of Fame, Matt Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, a few guys that you mentioned, a few other ones I just added in here. They've all seen an uptick within the last week. All of their sales on Card Ladder are all up. And it makes me wonder if that selling period has just started.
I think you're
Because
right.
I think at this point, we are into that time where people are like, oh, well, this is before they actually have to do anything that is real, that will actually affect whether people believe they're going to succeed or not.
Yeah.
So now let's start moving these if they don't want to hold it. So I think that's what we're seeing.
Did you say there's one guy that stands out though, or something? What did you were starting to say?
Well, I
something
said other
weird.
than Brock Purdy,
Why? What's his deal?
he's down. He's like the only one of those that I just mentioned. He's the only one that has a down sale since his last one.
Ricky Pearsall went out.
Oh, that's right.
Season
Yeah.
ending. So one of his main receivers
Yeah.
done for the year.
Interesting.
Funny though,
Okay.
Breeze hasn't. The Breeze spike is not like outrageous though. It's just kind of on par, or is it? Is
I
it
mean,
a big
it's.
spike?
I would say it's a little outrageous in some sense, but I mean, like if you go to, it depends on which card you're looking at. So in the football index, Drew Brees is one of like the bigger movers, just because he's got a 2001 Topps card, the Drew Brees card. I'm not sure how familiar you are with this one.
Very gray border.
Yep,
throwing
there
the
you
ball.
go.
Oh yeah.
So that one had a last couple sales were at $24 and $22
talking
on
raw?
August 7th and August 8th. For whatever reason,
PSA? What are we talking?
this was just raw.
Okay.
So they just had another sale of that card at 65.
I'm shocked it was 22.
That high.
You thought it was that high?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like
Yeah.
$10. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, obviously they're the Hall of
Hall of
Fame,
Fame bump,
but
yeah.
I think that's probably like a person buying that card who's not familiar with
I agree.
Hall of Fame bump being significant. Like,
Or just somebody who walked in and was like, "Oh, Drew Brees in the news. I just need my card." Bought it and left. Did nothing else with it.
and it's funny too because we have so many new people entering the hobby that for a long time the rules have been, well, if it's made the news or if we already knew he was going in, then it's probably baked in the price, and that's understood.
Agreed.
Now we're getting to a point where new people come in and they may create their own rules. They may think, oh, well, that's the case that I'm going to buy this card because he just got inducted. Now, that's not the case for everybody else, but I'd be very curious to see how many new people are like, oh, well, now it just popped up. Should I go out and buy one too?
Yeah, impulse buy.
Yeah, well, and it's like, oh, well, one domino falls and other people who are new and they don't know, they're going to do the same thing. I don't know if it will happen, but it does make me think like we are in a period where there are so many new minds that have not been molded to our thinking that may decide to do things their own way.
Sure, okay, very possible. Yeah, I mean, he's one though. Honestly, I worry. In like, look at Peyton Manning's market. It's solid, but it's not anywhere near as good as he was on the field. Joe Montana, same thing. I mean, actually, if you go through the list of the top 10 of all time, Brady and Mahomes stand out, and that's it. The rest of everybody's like mediocrely priced. Is that a word? Mediocrely? It is now.
It is now.
Breeze though, in like 10 years, what is the big Breeze? Like that's a legit question. In 10 years,
Yeah.
because right now the big legacy is, statistically, his numbers are up second in almost every category, second to Brady. But in 10 years or 15 years, he is not. Like, this is a passing league now. People will pass up those numbers. And he's got one ring. He's got no MVPs. I think he gets left behind in a lot in long term.
He will.
Like Steve Young. When was the last time somebody talked about Steve Young? One of the first great running, throwing, passing threats. Unbelievable. MVP level player with championship. No one cares.
Yeah, or Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly is the greatest quarterback the Buffalo's ever seen. Josh Allen fans can suck it. Jim Kelly went to 4 straight Super Bowls. He single-handedly invented the no-huddle offense. I mean,
but nobody cares.
Correct.
I mean, another point on this, when to sell, when not to sell, that we're seeing for the first time is we had a slew of product come out with tops in the offseason. That's never happened.
Yeah, that's true. They're way behind.
So it's going to be curious to see if Jackson Dart comes out, plays 2 or 3 good straight weeks.
Yeah, and you got product
Does
dropping.
all these, well, but does the 25 product that came out from the middle of April on suddenly price adjust and come up?
Yes, because it's way down right now, too. It came out super high. It's still very expensive, by the way.
And then it went down.
Yep.
We've not seen tops in season yet.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
fair.
wonder how that will affect the 25 product. Not the 26. The 26 product will be in true time, true form.
Sure.
But 25,
After the fact.
does Finest move in a different, up or down? Does Chrome move? Does Resurgence, which is a brand new.
I love it. By the way,
Resurgence is awesome, I think.
price-wise, better than any of the other products.
But it's an unknown.
What is price on it? Because I saw some at Target.
I mean, Hobby's $550-ish, but you get 2 autos, a guaranteed RPA.
ton of numbered stuff.
Numbered stuff.
I like Resurgence, actually.
But it's a new brand, if you will. So people, they're not seeing it yet. And so I'm wondering what the 25 product will look like in real time.
The fact that you've got 2026 Topps football coming out on the 21st.
Yeah, flagship.
What it like that being flagship? Are you viewing this as this is going to be the answer to your question of like when we have product coming out during the season?
Well, it's before the season, though.
Well, I mean, we have preseason going at that point. At least we're like close to it.
Yes and no. The problem with the 26 stuff coming out, in my opinion, the class is so bad.
Terrible. Mendoza and then no one.
Yeah.
Well, because here's what you've got. You got Mendoza, who's probably not even going to be the starter, which long-term will be better for him and them.
Yeah.
It will be better if he gets to, but for us in the hobby card.
No chase.
Yeah. But if you look at the first round, I think there were, 2 receivers?
Yeah,
we'll say 3.
Yeah.
We'll do well.
There was
local, 'cause
no
of Tate.
running backs, right? First round?
I don't think, no, Jeremiah Love.
Oh, okay.
But it's chocked full of great non-skill position players. That does not translate
Don't
to
sell.
right.
Yeah.
But so I guess you'll chase
But
Joe
it's
Burrow and Tom Brady autos.
Here's the thing, though.
There's
It's
not going to be.
These are the opportunities that these guys need to be chaseable. Because if there's not going to be anybody on the QB side, then guys are still going to chase a rookie. It's just going to be
that's not
maybe a
been-
non-position.
Maybe, but that's never
non-skill
been the
position.
case. In general, when the quarterback class sucks, we just go to the past year.
Yeah,
Like 22 suck for quarterbacks, so 21 class just blew up in 2020.
And it used to be like we have these rules of like, oh, well, people don't buy pitchers. And then Paul Skeens came along and then people are buying pitchers. And it's like, I'm not saying that there's going to be a position player who's going to set the world on fire and then all of a sudden that position starts getting bought up. But it does make me think like, do you not view it as like we could be in an era where there's so many new people who want cards, they can't get the players that they want at an affordable price, or they just don't have a rookie quarterback to invest in. So now it's like, well, I want somebody to root for. I'm going to go after so-and-so rookie, defensive end, cornerback, something like that.
Maybe.
I think you could have that. It's just not going to.
I don't think it moves
It's
the
not going to
needle.
balloon
Yeah.
the price of the overall product. I think the 26 product, barring some surprise, is going to be a relatively moderately priced year.
Oh, yeah. It's like 2013 all over again. You get Geno Smith and EJ Manuel, nobody cares about. No big skill guys, unless something happens. But yeah, I think what you'll see is what we've seen in past. Like, hey, this year stinks. Let's either A, like you just said, chase the vets in the set, or B, hey, who's the 25 guys, the 24 guys? Like, go back and find the ones you want.
I'm curious, too, if this is just going to be a good year for guys that want to prospect, because it's like they can prospect for cheap. Because I mean, there's going to be quarterbacks that aren't as Mendoza, right? That are still have cards that are coming out in the set. So might as well grab them now. And who knows? Maybe somebody gets injured and they're in and they're the next Tom Brady.
Jesse backup theory again.
You got
I mean,
Carson
it's
Beck.
worked. Oh yeah, Carson Beck. What's
did
the deal with
the,
Carson Beck, by the way? Because I keep seeing new. Like I saw some posts about him over the weekend.
Who did the Rams take? Was it
No clue.
I'll look.
the Rams took a quarterback? It kind of in waiting for
After Stafford.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but I feel like that might be one that you might tuck back.
Ty Simpson.
That's it. Maybe.
Is that the
He was
Alabama
13th,
kid?
Alabama.
Yeah, 13th overall pick.
So he
They
might
picked
be
somebody 13th?
well, which I think was like a big shocker.
Good God. Yeah, terrible.
But they felt like they were so good at every position that let's go ahead and maybe do the Jordan Love to
Get the guy
Aaron
in waiting.
Rodgers. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the product's going to suffer price-wise, which I actually think is awesome, by the way. I think pricing coming way, way down on a new release would be perfect, especially right in time for the season.
Which is why I revert back to what I was talking about a second ago. Does 25 then have a chance to blow up with Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Shador,
Tyler Shug.
Tyler, who I think's the best out of the class down
I still
in New
think
Orleans?
Cam Ward's going to be a stud. I do.
But all of a sudden, you could have four legitimate quarterbacks
Yeah.
that could make some noise where all of a sudden everybody goes, ooh, that 25 product that we let in the offseason slide down.
Sure.
All of a sudden
now it's a
goes,
value almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
By the way, the other QBs, it looks like Carson Beck being, I guess he's third in line behind Fernando and Ty Simpson, it looks like, according to this chart I'm looking at.
Okay.
Carson Beck, Drew Aller, Cade
Penn State
Klubnik,
kid. Cade Klubnik was the Clemson kid, right?
Clemson.
Cole Payton, Talon Green, and Garrett Nussmeyer.
Oh, that was the LSU kid.
LSU. I don't
Yeah.
know the middle two.
Yeah. The one went to Jets. The Cade went to the Jets, and Cole went to Eagles. Which,
Well, at least Cade will play.
Fun. For the Jets?
I mean,
Who's the Jets starting quarterback? Justin Fields?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. He'll play at some point.
Yeah.
all you Justin Fields holders out there, that is going to be interesting if anything happens there. I mean,
He stunk last year. I cannot imagine anything else happening.
I think there should be a club.
That guy sucks. That organization stinks, though, too. Gary Vee could be the quarterback of that team he roots for.
I
Bunch
think
of
there
losers
should
in
be a
green.
club, though, for those who held Justin Fields and Kenny Pickett. Like, they should have a support club.
Where's Pickett now? He moved
I
this
don't know.
offseason.
And throw Mac Jones. If you held
God.
Mac Jones, there should be like a support group for those three.
And Mac Jones had his
collectors.
moment in the sun last year with the Niners.
He had his
played
chance,
well.
yeah.
And he played well. He led the Patriots to the playoffs his first year.
any guesses on what a Justin Fields PSA 10 Prism rookie goes for?
$7.
We're talking about just base.
Yeah, PSA 10 though,
Yeah, $8.
$9.50. So not bad.
Sell now.
Not bad.
There you go.
There's some poor sucker bought it on July 31st for $35. That's
I hope his parents don't speak to him again, honestly.
rough.
They were
You have to
probably,
discipline your children. Just don't talk to them.
I am curious about the Kenny Pickett's and the Mac Joneses out there.
oh,
Nothing.
gosh, nothing. Yeah,
Yeah, they're terrible.
it's gonna be the same.
Well, I'm just curious if people are out there buying them because I mean this is speculation season, right? This is where people start making
Maybe.
moves.
We just have never seen, like, even before you use the word prospecting, we've just never seen that in football, really. Like, you just don't see it. So maybe they will.
But it's-
Football is
what
very
I-
reliant on, like, hey,
So
who's the next young guy?
what I'm noticing right now is there's a lot of things that we are not used to seeing. And I'm speaking of like from the non-sport side of things, it's had like quite a resurgence,
Mm-hmm.
and even to the point where like sports guys are getting into non-sport
Not
cards,
the
and it's
smart
like
ones.
it is one of these where I could believe almost anything happens in the hobby. People start going after different IPs, different leagues that they weren't collecting before, and who knows what happens with the type of collector that you have. Like if they are going after these positions or they start prospecting or doing things in one team that they weren't doing in that league before. If there were only MLB prospects before, maybe there's going to be NBA and football prospects now. I'd be curious to see, I guess.
Oh, we both nodded our head. We're both
Yeah, that
agreeing.
was really thanks.
Yeah. I mean, you said it a few times. I think the pushback would be, yeah, your guys are very, very new to the space. Like the TCG, the non-sport side, aside from Pokemon, I think is very new. So when a few things happen, it has a big effect. It's a small pool. Could this happen? Sure. But like you could have a bunch of guys go out and start doing that. I don't think it doesn't move the needle yet.
So you're saying there's not a bunch of other new people in this hobby, like on the sports side of things?
I think there are some. I don't
I think it's foolish to say that they're not, because I think that is a giant cause of people coming in. It's not just like people.
What is? What's the cause?
It's a giant. There is a giant amount of people that have come into this hobby in the sports card side of things, and it's not just because of non-sport cards or anything like that. It is because they have seen these record sales, and they've seen the news, they've seen the promotion, the marketing from Topps, they've seen a number of different reasons why they should get in, and now they're getting in, and they're
I agree
brand new.
with that.
But I mean, that's what I mean. They're all brand new, and they're sports collectors, so they can decide how they want to collect, especially if they aren't getting educated from us or somebody else out there.
Yeah, I mean, is that possible? Absolutely. I've just like the trends are what the trends are. I've not seen a change in that to be like, oh, this trend has changed. There's got to be a reason. None of this has changed. Like 2025 product dropped because the quarterback class sucked. 26 stinks, so there's no anticipation on flagship. Now, maybe that changes after a few weeks, but we haven't seen it. Like you're saying, hey, we could see new people do that. You're right, we could. We just haven't yet. Like it hasn't happened.
Sure. Yep.
So it's like, maybe. But like, I'd be very shocked if all of a sudden people were like, man, linebacker heavy NFL draft, we're buying linebackers now.
By the way, Mac Jones, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, all $10 and under for PSA 10.
Steal.
Actually, no. Oh,
Prospect
I'm sorry.
him.
Kenny Pickett just jumped. He's at 11. So time to grab him.
What a treat for KP.
All right.
Should have grabbed him last week.
He stinks.
When do we want to throw to the interview? Good Charlotte interview.
How long is it? Where's Brandon? How long is this interview?
Brendan.
Brendan,
How do you
how
not
long-
get this?
It's Brendan.
They're
Brendan, how
two
long is the
different
interview?
names.
Pop in here.
I believe it's 35 minutes.
We're going to need you to cut about 32 minutes of that friggin' interview. 35 minutes? I could sing their whole LP in that time.
Go.
Number one. I was listening to it today again.
Anthem.
Well, wrong. That's their second album, but that's fine.
I'm
Number
just-
one, little things.
Waldorf Worldwide. Let's go.
Whoa! Track number 2. Are you
Wow.
kidding me?
Okay.
Brando.
Okay, here we go.
Wow. I got to confirm. I don't know the third.
I don't know if I told you guys this, but my wife is actually from the same hometown as them. So, like, they are the unofficial band of Maryland.
It's funny. She's never mentioned that when we talk.
They're from
See?
Maryland?
Zing. Little joke
Ooh,
there.
Boy.
Are they really from Maryland?
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Brando. Here we go. Track number 3. This is a great CD.
Lifestyles
Shep,
of the rich and famous.
It's not
favorite.
even the right album, for God's sake. Bunch of faux fans.
What's your favorite Good Charlotte song?
Never.
All the small things.
Yep, that's my
Well,
favorite. That's a good one.
The little things, yes. All the small things, Blink 182, of course. That's okay.
That's Blink 182.
You're doing great.
But it's also a good song.
I was more into rap.
You really?
No, you were not. You're a liar.
Oh yeah, Snoop Dogg, Dre,
Still my favorite halftime show of all
Regulate,
time.
Warren G,
Every day.
There's so much drama in the.
LBC.
Oh wow. Okay.
Kind of hard being Snoop D-O double G.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I somehow, some way,
Keep
keep
coming-
coming up with.
Clean it up.
Yeah, see.
Look at this.
Yep,
I was
there
going to
it is.
say, yeah, easy. from rap, rap fan to preacher to car shop
I'm not
owner.
gonna lie. I was not gonna
Full-
guess hip hop on your list of music choices.
I love hip hop.
All right.
Not the modern stuff as much, but like,
Yeah.
give me like the
90s,
Dre,
80s.
90s into like the 2000s. I
Okay.
love Jay-Z. I love
You love
Kanye.
Little Bow Wow. Master P.
As an actor.
Okay,
Bow
well,
Wow.
Excellent
Bow Wow
actor.
as an actor?
Master P as
Yes,
well.
absolutely.
Master
Make
P,
them say,
great ball player.
Saying, oh,
But
man.
give me Lil Wayne.
Will Smith.
I'll take Ludacris. Like all that.
What
I
about
love-
Mystical?
Luda.
Mystical?
Always been Luda.
Shake
to
the
me.
Come on. Oh,
Show
wow.
me what you're working with.
Fabolous, of course. One of my favorites.
I'm
Mystical.
pulling up the
He was a
106 in Park top list for early 2000s.
He was a Marine, by the way. Did you guys know that?
Luda?
No, Mystical.
Was he really?
Yeah.
All right.
What about Exhibit? Did you ever watch Pimp My Ride?
Oh,
did.
sure.
Oh, dude.
He was on? He had a little run in acting too for a while there.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's now got a dying cat. I don't know if you guys know this. He's keeping it alive. The cat's becoming famous. It's a thing.
Just let it go.
Well, he doesn't want to.
Man, your new guest are getting a treat today.
I'm telling you, new listeners. Well, now they're
Or
gone.
the new,
but
they're
they're not sticking around.
If
But
they're
they were
not
here.
sticking around for this, then we
They
don't
were
want
here
them.
when we started, though. That's
We
good.
don't want them. All right. So real quick,
Yeah,
I did
break
want
the
to
notepad. Yes.
I wanted to talk about the.
Can you hold
theft
that up
of
for the
National.
camera? They've never seen that before. Jesse isn't lying when he says this. He has his notepad every day.
I mean, this was last episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually, this is a hobby nonsense episode. But
great.
these
Yeah,
episodes.
turn the page
Here's
on
the
that.
SCN episodes because we talk about what Mike talks about. That's a SCN episode.
Excellent.
And that's the hobby nonsense episode.
Great.
So
That ratio makes sense to me.
Theft at the National. This
Okay.
is just a quick point because we also like that video. First off, goes for us too on our channel. We have to, if we're going to be showing anything where there's theft or anything and there's a kid involved, we do need to be blurring out the face of the child. That's
Even when he's the thief,
he was not the thief. His dad, his
he
grandpa,
put it in his pocket.
because his grandpa or dad told him to.
That kid was like 12 or 13. He is old enough to know not to steal stuff. I
Okay.
think his face should be blasted everywhere. But to your point, legally we cannot. I think he should be expelled.
So I
And
don't
bullied.
know
I hope
what
someone
I don't know
bullies
what
him.
side Mike is on this at this point.
I'm very
but-
clear. I want him bullied. He was he actively helped steal the cards.
So don't do that. Whatever he's saying, don't listen to that.
No, you're right.
So-
Let him go. Just give him an award.
So here's what what I want to talk about though. There were several at the show that got taken advantage of, and I do kind of feel bad because I think it's partially their fault. Not even partially. I think it's like 80% their fault. Guys made some sales at the show, and
Okay.
they took credit cards, and the credit cards were stolen.
I did see this today.
But they, from my understanding, is the credit card payment that they took, the guy gave him the number. They read off the number for him.
That always makes sense.
And that makes me like less concerned for that person. But here's the thing, just don't do it. I just want to make a call out because these guys were out like some serious cards, multiple thousands of dollars. And it's like that, it kind of makes sense too. Cause it's like, oh, I don't have that much cash. I want to buy these cards, but I don't have that much money on me. Can I use my credit card? Oh, I left my wallet in the car. Here, I've got the number though. Can I just read it to you? Don't listen to it. If anybody comes up with that sob story, say, come on back with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know in the shop, if
I agree.
you can't tap, you don't rip. You can't tap, you don't take.
Giddy up.
We had it happen one time. and-
Recently.
Yeah. And not again. Like it just,
Yeah.
if you can't,
And it just came back as stolen.
yeah, it was a chargeback from whoever owned the number originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was always curious about that. Like, how does that work?
I feel like though that theft is up in general in this
Is
hobby.
it up or is it just more talked about?
Maybe it's more
like
talked
shark
about.
attacks.
I just feel like that in our local area, it's been up. I saw a post from Louisville Sports Cards that they had to chase a kid out in the parking lot who stole. I mean, it just seems like it's just more prevalent right now.
We are dealing with more money than some banks have on hand in some of these cards. I don't see why we wouldn't. And I would expect it's only going to go up. I think that the more people understand what's going on in the hobby, the more they're going to realize, oh, that's easy pickings. I can just go over there and it's a mom and pop running that shop. I'm going to go right in and I'm going to ask to see a card. And they may not even try and be hiding it. They may be blatant and put it in their pocket and run out the door thinking, oh, well, I got a guy in the car waiting for me. I'm going to drive off. And these are things that I think we've already seen where people are breaking into shops. This is not anything new. But now I think there's going to be more and more blatant theft because somebody has a $10,000 card, a non-numbered $10,000 card that they could just easily grab and flip to somebody else and there'd never be any evidence. So be aware if you're a shop owner or if you're a collector. Because here's the thing too, at the show, at the National, dear Lord, I made this comment to several friends because there's a lot of people that are not in the hobby that, I'm close with. And we start talking about like, oh, this card did this. And there was that card that did that sale. And they're, oh, how'd they pay for it? Oh, they have cash a lot of times, or if not, they'll do something else, or they'll do a trade for something of value. And the joke comes up, do you know how much money you could make if you were just a little bit more unscrupulous? If you were more of a thief, you could just go in there and clean up. And unfortunately, this is another example how this conversation started is because somebody did that exact thing. But I think that's going to keep happening. You have to be more and more cautious with what you're bringing out. This is one thing too. We should probably just get a sponsor for this. We need an insurance sponsor.
Is it a plug or no?
I don't have a.
Oh, okay, Jeremy's literally talking to a guy today.
Is he really?
Yeah, big today or tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah,
I agree.
That
By the way, I do. So that is always my first question. Is it happening more, or are we just hearing about it more? I don't know. Like shark attacks, they had that thing.
you were just waiting to bring back shark
The
attacks.
shark attacks,
Yep,
though.
here
That
it
was a
is.
big thing. It was like 3 or 4 years ago, and there was that whole thing of there was actually less that year. It was during COVID, but everybody was in the house, and it was just like it was more talked about.
yeah.
I know theft exists. I don't know if it's up or down. It's probably not down, but as a seller anywhere, let's go card show because that's where most of these things are happening, right? Number one, watch your freaking showcases. Like the dude who stole that Mahomes card that was worth 10 grand, whatever it was worth.
Yeah.
Like the guy literally was standing there for like 2 minutes. Then he opens it. Somebody should not be able to open a showcase and no one be. I'm not saying you have to lock them, by the way. My
Sure.
showcases are never locked. Ever. But I have somebody watching them the entire time.
Sure.
period. Like, watch your stuff. So you have to have a little bit of a cynical eye, like, hey, somebody might be here to steal. Maybe they don't love this hobby. B, use some common freaking sense. Like, watch what cards are going in and out. Don't just leave stuff lying around, and don't take credit cards at a show. I'm all for other payments, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't take credit cards.
I think the credit card at a show is, I mean, I'll do Venmo and I'll do PayPal, but I mean, aren't those just credit cards attached to your account? Like, I mean,
It's usually
I'm guessing
direct from the account. I don't have a credit card for either of those.
Oh, you don't?
The shows that we take credit cards at, we take Square.
Yeah, where
You
they
have
just
to
tap it.
tap.
Yeah, but they have to have the card to tap it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
So like when we do the Music City show, we take quite a bit of credit card there, but we take our system.
Are you emceeing that thing again?
I am.
That's cool.
I heard Luke Combs might be coming.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
I got confused for Luke Combs on the last podcast.
Hey, who'd
I
you
had a
call him?
very Luke Combs look.
Oh, you got confused for looking like him.
I mean,
You're
no
a
one
lot
actually
taller.
thought that, but
You're a lot
You are a
taller.
lot taller.
Yeah, I am a
He's
lot
like
taller.
5'9".
But when I have like
can
the
see.
little chest hair, the button up with a little chest hair and a hat on,
The
baseball
beige
hat on.
shorts?
Well, you can't tell that. No one can tell that from the desk.
Okay. Stand up.
The only other thing I had before and this is the next thing I want to talk about, but whatnot. After whatnot, I want to go to your thing, the cap thing.
Why not just raise, what, 545?
$545 million at a $20 billion valuation.
Giddy up.
Do you remember when we were selling on there when they first started?
Yeah.
When it was like they asked us, they came.
No fee, and they were paying us like $6,000 a
They
month?
paid us. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't remember what it was, but they were paying us monthly to do it.
And we get no fee.
There were still people. There were people on the platform, but it wasn't anything like this. And it was only cards at that point.
No.
was-
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, correct.
It was only cards. They didn't have all this other stuff. But now Whatnot is going to be the next QVC of the new age in America, at least.
Already is.
I mean, like, oh, yeah. I mean, in a lot of ways, it is. Now, it is interesting to see. I feel like I follow another account, like Whatnot Crash Outs. I feel like I'm seeing more and more of those videos
Is it
coming up.
crash out or cash out? I never know.
It's Crash Out. Yeah, they're crashing out. Like, they're just like losing it.
I thought they were cashing out.
No, they're crashing out because the whole premise is like these people are just like losing their minds because the card didn't sell for what they wanted.
I know
or
what it
they're
is.
just-
I just didn't. I thought it was cash. You're saying
Yeah.
it's crash.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Brendan, fact check that.
It's not a fact check. It's just it
Brendan,
is.
check it out
So, anyways, it
quickly.
it makes me really curious what that continues to look like, because with all the money that they already had and there's not been that much policing, I can't imagine like we're going to see much in the way of like, I don't know, a more wholesome platform unless they really put money towards that. You would think they would have to, but people are throwing $545 million at them with it as is. So who knows?
It's a lot of freaking money. That is nuts. 545
Well, I mean, because like
million.
you can just at this point, I think they're just taking anybody who wants to come on and sell. I mean, I think there's very few that they wouldn't just allow to come on. Now, what perks and things like that you might get, I think
Yeah, your
it'll
fee
be
might be
dependent.
different, sure.
But if you want to go on there and sell your garage sale items, if you want to go on there and sell your makeup tutorials, you can do all these things.
People are
But
selling tutorials.
I mean, I don't know what they do. I'm just examples, but yes, it is. They'll
weird
sell
example.
everything. They'll sell everything, and that's where it's like, man, $20 billion for what I still deem as a card company is kind of insane.
I wonder what their revenue from cards is. What the percentage is off the hobby.
I would be curious if that's like the biggest section of it.
It has to be.
Yeah,
Like Backyard's doing hundreds of millions. They're exclusively selling there.
and all revenue.
And all the other
wise,
guys. Yeah, maybe. Anyways.
All right. So Shep, you were talking about
Did
how
a lot of talking off air, by the way.
we did a little talking, and that's a no usually in this house.
I'm going to hang up rules in this friggin' room.
But this was something that we hadn't heard anything about, and Shep kind of enlightened us. Can you tell us a little bit about like what CAP is, what it was, and
Yeah, tell
how
us
it
again. We'll be
affects you?
interested.
Yeah, so I mean, we talked, I think, back around Chrome football. There was a term that we use on, because I remember we talked about it on podcast called retail reserve, and we talked about it that Topps, and I think I know I did. I defended them in this big, giant, money hungry. They're going to destroy the hobby. I gave an example of saying that for those that think that and believe that, here's one of the things that they are going to institute that will, I think, help, at least in that perception, and that at the time was the retail reserve, which meant that shops would get more of a specific product with the caveat that we would sell it at a suggested MSRP. So that has now been moved to a new term, CAP, which is Collector Access Program. And the first time that they kind of launched and did this was with Topps Chrome Update Basketball. Massive release. We all know that, right? I mean, it was probably one of the more promoted.
No, yeah.
Coming off the Shoheis and all that,
Yep.
you got the
Cooper
you
flag
got the
now.
Cooper flag, with all the bounties and et cetera. So we got an email that just basically said, here's the first opportunity to, kind of do what we've asked you or suggested, and that was offer your blaster boxes at cap pricing, the customer or the collector access pricing.
Which was what, by the way? What was the
$45.
Okay.
Which is where everybody, Tom Brady at the vault had them there.
It was suggested, though, you don't have to do
You don't
this?
have to do it.
Okay.
This is the pricing you would find at like a Walmart or a Target or
Dick's.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So $45.
So match that
And
as a
how
shop
we
owner.
wanted to deal with it was up to us. So, like for us, for an example, we did a limit, 2 per customer, and we cut the seals.
Got to open them in the shop.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you can take the cards, but we're taking the seal off.
Okay.
Sure.
If you want to open your pack somewhere else, that's fine. So first of all, I want to say kudos to Topps for instituting the program because it was awesome.
Oh, okay.
It was amazing. We had, I think at 10:30, about 30 minutes before opening, we had a little line.
I made a joke about the restaurant next door that I'm not going to make again.
It wasn't the restaurant. It usually
sure
is
you
the
don't wanna
restaurant.
make it?
This is why you can't tell stuff off the air. This
It
is the
wasn't-
freaking
it wasn't
reason.
a good
It was a
joke.
great joke the first time.
All right. Go ahead.
So, we
Chase.
open up. Everybody lines up at the counter. They take their 2 boxes because we had advertised the day before.
Oh, okay.
That, hey, by the way, we're going to be doing this tomorrow. We're going to be offering blaster boxes in a limited capacity. Seal comes off, no exceptions.
This was on Friday of this last week.
It was Thursday.
Oh,
so
Thursday,
on
excuse
Wednesday we put out the word.
Okay.
So Thursday morning we had the line. We came in.
Here's your slogan. No cap, yes cap. See? There you go.
So-
Not needed. Continue.
And
Didn't
the
make that joke offline.
The caveat
He's laughing. Now.
Was
See, Jesse's
that-
having a good time now.
that we would
Getting back.
do this.
We're getting back, guys.
Yep.
Get
we
excited.
would do this. Yeah.
Sling her in the
We would do this
Come
as a customer
Appreciation.
entry level appreciation, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
Okay.
And that we would get more product.
Okay, so talk about that part, by the way. You were told this, hey, if you do this, we'll look more favorably. If you do this, we'll give you more product. How does that, why is that thought in your head?
I think it was, we will allow you more access to more product, or the product that we're going to give you access to will come with the caveat that you participate in this program.
So you scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours. Kinda.
Kind of.
Okay.
But the problem was I sold out in a matter of hours, not days, hours. And by that afternoon, I had nothing left to give anybody. So
Did you get more product?
no, not yet. I haven't seen it. I emailed our rep and said, hey, here's what we did. It was awesome. All the customers appreciated it.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to serve all of our customers.
Yeah.
I'll throw out real numbers. We got 2 cases of blasters,
What are they,
Okay.
20 bucks a piece?
Oh.
40.
40, okay.
So 80. So we got to service 40 people, basically, 40 of
Right.
our customers. We are a pretty high trafficked shop in Hendersonville.
Great shop.
And so we didn't have
Best
enough.
shop in Hendersonville, I'll tell you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Carry on.
But we didn't have enough to go around.
Sure.
So here's where my displeasure comes in.
Please.
But I go to Dick's and they have a wall of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pallets of them.
Dick's in Madison, by the way? I
Yes.
hope.
Rivergate.
Oh, God.
Rivergate.
It's a trash city.
And
How are they getting any basketball?
Target has tons.
It's
Oh,
out
I,
of, it's
I
out
got
of
it
whack.
at Target on Friday. I got 2 boxes of update on
Over
Target.
under 7 kids he pushed out of the way.
Oh, easily,
Answer was?
easily over.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to say. Continue.
You brought Charlie for that, didn't you?
No.
So
Kids can
here's-
push other kids. Nobody believes she's a kid.
yeah, exactly.
She's too tall.
12. She's allowed to hit you.
So here's my plea.
5'10". God.
So Topps, thank you. If you're listening, Topps, thank you
They're listening.
for instituting the CAP program.
Yeah.
Where we are encouraged, not required, encouraged
Sure.
to sell at MSRP. I, as a shop owner, have no problem selling at MSRP. Yeah, you might lose out on a few bucks, but it's
Who
worth the
cares?
PR.
Yeah,
Who
it's a
cares?
win.
My plea is you got to give us, if you want
Yeah.
us to do this, you've got to give us more product. And here's why.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm going to get a little bit passionate in defending the LCS.
Oh, Tommy
Please.
woke up.
Guys,
over here. Yeah.
you cannot undervalue in the growth of this hobby. You cannot, in my opinion, undervalue the local card shop. Guys, I get it. Dick's, you can put all the money you want to in marketing them and creating a wall and a house of cards. You can put all kinds of stuff that you want to, and redoing the aisles at Target. You can do all of that. But guys, if you're listening, the hobby shop is the heart and soul of this whole thing. And here's why. Not because I own one, but let me tell you what you can't get in the aisle at Target or at Dick's. You can't get a shop owner or Susie salesperson that's going to come by and go, "Oh, kid, awesome hit. Let me get you a top loader and a penny sleeve for that card." Or by the way, here's a table that all you and your friends can sit at and open these cards. Or by the way, here's an additional this or that. Or let me show you.
Oh, hey, here's the insert you missed, by the way. You just scrolled past that insert. Hey, dude, that's a good card.
Did you have any questions on this product?
We had it happen in shop on Thursday. Somebody hit a Luca image variation, and I quickly said, clue. "Hey, that's probably a $200 image variation right now."
I agree.
You didn't have congratulations. You didn't have somebody going, "Oh, sweet."
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have people educating. You don't have people. Well, let me take it a step farther. Forget that product. When you don't value the local card shop, you also don't get known by name. You don't have an opportunity to come in and me go, "Hey, Matt, I took in some new Seahawks cards. Do you want to check them out before they go to the shelf?"
Yeah.
The personal touch.
By the way, Fred, I took in some new 62s. I know you're working on the 62 set.
Yeah.
Let me show you what I got.
Community.
I think they're in the condition that you want. You're not getting that at Dick's.
Yeah.
You're not getting that at Target. You're not getting that anywhere but the local card shop.
I agree.
And so the local card shop has to stay, in my opinion, not because I own one. If I sell it tomorrow, I'd still come on here and say the same thing.
We wouldn't have you on the show anymore. Just to be clear.
But it has to
I
stay
agree.
at the heart of all of this.
By the way, I'm on your team real fast to that point. I've even said that with breakers. I think me and Jesse both run good rooms. The experience in a break room is nothing compared to an LCS.
But it's better than
Sure.
Dick's.
But to
it's
your
better
point,
than the
it starts with the shop. I actually agree with you.
And so you've got, if you want us to survive, I'll sell at your MSRP all day.
Sure.
But you got to give me a little bit more product.
Yeah, I will say,
all
if they're
I'm
asking you to do it.
Just take a little away from Dick's.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to steal it from Steel City.
Not to mention, by the way, it's the guys like this going into Target. He just said, not you, I'm kidding. But it is. Dude, how many people, so let me ask you, when did you go to get that product? Thursday?
I went
on release day?
Nope, Friday.
Friday morning?
Friday, before noon.
Target in Hendersonville?
Target in Rivergate.
Scum City. Again, I cannot emphasize that enough. How many other people are there doing the same thing? Anybody?
Nobody.
Really?
Here was what was really weird.
So what's the point? There's not even any rush in there.
There was also Pokemon on the shelves, and there was that. I thought it was like the strangest thing I've ever seen. It's like
Stranger Things, you're saying.
Well, and I think this is like the new thing with Target too. We've already seen, they introduced it at the National, I know, where it's like, hey, here's the card aisle, like you were just describing, where they've got all the cards set up, and they had multiple sections for like sport, TCG, Pokemon, and in the sports section they had a very fair amount of Topps Update, and then I think, is it Resurgence that has a retail SKU as well? So they had that over there, and I was just like, this is really weird, but I can get it at, I think it was like $45 a blaster.
Sure.
I was like, yeah, I'll go and grab one. I mean, I think I got an auto out of one of them, actually.
Oh, you ripped them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I ripped them. Yeah. I wasn't buying. I go in there typically just to buy. If I'm going to any of those, I go to buy for myself. But
you didn't flip any, though?
No.
I was curious what the secondary was.
But I was just going to say, like, but the only thing with all of it was I to your point, it felt very much like the only information I got from anybody there was that's where the cards are, I think. They didn't even know exactly where the cards were. And if I had a question, yeah, right. Like that was not happening. So it felt I wish I was, in fact, I was going to your shop, but I went there because they were open. I got there earlier than, I guess it was before 11.
He would open the door for you. Come on.
Yeah.
Support a shop.
Apparently I didn't need to. It got sold out.
Garbage.
But we sold Resurgence blasters at MSRP. We sold, we have sold at MSRP as much as possible.
Yeah.
On blasters, especially, and even megas. Like we sold Resurgence megas at MSRP.
Yep.
So all those things can happen if you supply us well. We don't mind honoring that and doing that because we don't want to be the greedy ones either. But and I get, because I've heard it as well. You know, it's been said, but Target might be the first place a person sees a card.
I agree. I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying
I'm not
take
saying
stuff.
take all of it.
Correct. But
No.
but if he is going in there a day after release on that product and there's nobody else in the aisle, granted, they're worried about getting shot at Rivergate, but they don't need that much product then. Very clear. I totally agree, actually.
Well, and to go along with this too, it's just like if I'm going to buy product, I get why they're doing it because, like you said, it may be the first, and this is not the first sign of this either because we've seen more and more big cards getting hit out of blasters. It's not just on the non-sports side. I've been hearing about it on the sports side as well. I think they are doing this strategically. They want more people to buy at entry-level pricing, and then it's like, okay, well, now I want to try and get into some hobby, maybe breaks, or maybe just buy a hobby box from the LCS. But this is definitely a marketing campaign that they are pushing, which is go buy a blaster to get started. Yeah. And that's why this is so important.
But you can market still. Go to your local LCS and buy a blaster.
Yeah, do the same thing in LCS.
Here you go. Buy your second blaster. Okay, you found hobby. You found product for the very first time, which I find this hard to believe that there's that many people that's buying their very first pack of cards at Target this week.
I agree, by the way. If you took out scalpers, by the way, to that point, I would love to see how many people buy there just organically. Like Jesse's buying and ripping great.
For their very, like walking, they're walking out with their gallon of milk and go, you know what, I've never thought about it, but I think I would like to start collecting cards.
Yeah,
and right there they are. My point being, though, we will sell this stuff at a price that makes sense if we are supplied.
Yeah.
You know, I know that one of the things that was said on one of the interviews by Mahan was that Card Shop by Brady was selling at MSRP. Well, Tom can do that if he has an endless supply of Topps Chrome Update blasters.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is like help us help the collector. Well, and we can only do that if, especially on the hot product.
You've got to have product.
We got to have product.
I agree.
In order to be able to do it. And so, you know, and I told you guys off air, I would love unannounced. Don't tell me when you're coming. Mahan, Ruben, fire up the jet, come down and spend an hour or two. You can come on the pod here while you're in
stay
Hendersonville.
upstairs. We got the Airbnb up here.
You got the Airbnb.
Sleep with Papa Gio.
Papa Gio will take you to dinner.
His own. Well, he won't pay for it.
And the reason I'm telling you, don't announce it. Just come in.
I agree.
Because I don't want to stack the deck.
You get an organic.
I want you to see what the local and guys.
I'll go on. It has nothing to do with your shop. I think they believe in your shop. I think they believe in a lot of shops. I think it's a business thing. I think we are seeing more and more corporatization of this hobby, and
which brings some really good stuff to us.
It does. There's good things about it, but there's also not as good things about it. Well, and when it comes to, hey, am I going to promote the LCS or the Targets and the big cereal chains of LCSs? When the decision is made because of the bottom line, that's where we're facing a real junction in this hobby where it's like we're either going to go more and more corporatized and less personalized, or we can make the choice of, hey, we may not make quite as much money, but we will grow this hobby organically, which is the healthiest way to do it. I think we've got to make this more of a sticking point in their minds. And I know Topps like this, we're not like, we don't work for you and you guys don't work for us. It's not like this, but it's like, hey, we know that people listen. If you guys are questioning, do I do this because I can make more money or do I do this because it will help the hobby? I'm not saying that there's one or the other, but I think there's at least something where you could lean more towards helping the hobby and make money at the same time.
You can do both.
Correct.
And I believe with all my heart that if there is a decline in the local card shop, it will rip the soul out of this hobby.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yep.
It will, and I guess I put myself, I don't know. I think I've graduated beyond mom and pop at this point. I mean, I think we are a legitimate shop in a metro area that is growing. You know, our revenue is very good with what we're given. I'm very thankful for what we're given. I'm just saying that don't bury the thought of the local LCS so far back that you forget about those of us who are on the ground that really are making the whole thing kind of spin and go and grow and all those things. Because, you know, you also got to consider this. A lot of your guys that are setting up at shows are also LCS guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think all these things can work together. And so I'm very encouraged. Like I said, I was very encouraged with the what am I trying to say? The outcome of Thursday's product. I thought it was awesome having people line up.
It's
at the
a good
door.
start.
And I honestly, I felt good being able to offer it at hey, guys, we're going to be at the same price everybody else is. I felt bad by the end of the day when I was like, hey, sorry, I don't have anything left.
Can I ask you, when they came in to buy the blasters, did you find that many of them were buying anything else?
No, I mean, I think that morning specifically. Now, as the day, maybe hour 4 when we still had a few left and people, oh, yeah, I forgot that came out. Yeah, I'll take 2, but also came in for this. But the first 45 minutes to an hour, we were packed with anybody from 13 to 33-year-olds who were like, hey,
thank you, ransomware. No school last week.
Right.
Perfect. Yeah.
Right. Perfect.
And I think the problem that you're going to face is the competition of, hey, we can give you more product, but what if you don't sell it because after you've met demand, the next step is meeting the scalper demand. And you guys are tearing off the plastic, so they can't flip those, but the scalper can go to Target and they can pick it up and go and flip. Because I'm looking at eBay sales right now, and those boxes are selling right now for 70 plus bucks a box, and you were selling them at 45. I mean, it's not to say like you're going to get rich doing it, but if people are doing it for Pokemon packs for $5 a pack, they'd do it for that for 25 bucks a box,
Yeah, but that plays more to what he's saying. Then give him the stuff because he's not going to sell to scalpers.
Well, and I think that's a good thing. But again, if we're thinking bottom line, they don't care who you're selling to. They want it sold.
Right, but he's selling it. You were at a Target where it's on the shelves.
Yes, yeah, but this is again what I'm just pointing out is like which way are we looking at it from the corporate point of view? Is it looked at as hey, we just want to sell it, or hey, we want to sell it to the best possible people?
Well, I mean, I'll give you.
Oh, he's playing with his phone, folks.
I am. This program, quote, rip the seal program, so our allocation supports the collectors over the resellers. Well, I'm with you. Let's do it.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
I gotta have on certain big release stuff.
Gotta have more.
I've got to have a little bit more. And again, I don't need a pallet of it. I can't sell 10,000 of those
but 2 more cases would have been nice.
Yeah, a couple more cases, or say 5 or 6 cases would have gotten me through the weekend. That would have been nice. Now, saying all that, if that stuff was still sitting on my shelf at $45 2 weeks from now,
sure.
Then we begin to look at market. Okay, the hype's down, the Cooper flag got pulled, whatever it is, you know. Then we begin to say, okay, where does the market? That's the way, like I think with Pokemon's the same way. You can kind of go, okay, there's a time where market takes over the MSRP, or just let hobby be the, we sold it we sold hobby at market.
Oh, okay.
What, so like $800 a box, $1,000 a box?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And so
at this point, this is the first time this has happened, right? Like the first time this marketing campaign is taking place where they wanted you to rip the seals off and do it all at MSRP. So you just haven't gotten a response yet from them. So we don't really know how this is going to go.
No.
But
so far, so good.
Ultimately, what would have been really nice is, hey, they had another case ready to go for you. But
correct timing.
Yeah, but at this point, it's like, hey, well, maybe they still do have cases coming your way, and
it's kind of a moot point, though. Like a week later, it's like, I don't have it yet.
Yeah,
like you need it on. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Or I would make another suggestion as this thing goes and they're tweaking it. This is going to be a program they tweak, and if you find that shops are over ordering, and then let's say by Saturday they're selling them at $89.99. They gave it 2 days. There can be. Does that make sense too?
Yeah,
like finding that sweet zone
adjustments.
between not enough and not allowing somebody to over order too.
Sure.
I don't know.
It's a work in progress. So again, everything you're talking about is like a case by case basis.
Right. And so that's why I say kudos on the program. I think it's awesome for us. I think it's awesome for the customer. All I'm saying in all of it is that just don't forget the LCS.
I agree.
We matter, not because it's me, but we matter. In the grand scheme of the ecosystem, we matter.
We both obviously agree with that. Here's the other thing too, and this was actually to a point which I don't have to talk about now. We're getting long-winded here. We get that interview at the end, all this. This was some of the point that with us talking to Mike and Mike at the National. I told Jesse it was cool to hear all the outreach. A lot of people heard that interview that maybe don't normally listen to us, including like family, friends, people we didn't even know we had a podcast. I think the hobby, at least the voices in the hobby, were very critical. Like, hey, we didn't get a ton out of it. It wasn't. The point of that was not like, hey, here's a breaking news interview with Mike and Mike. I don't ever expect they're going to come on here and just pull back the whole friggin' curtain. But I do think, at least to me, and I think Jesse probably agrees, we live for those 2 or 3 little pushback moments where we get the challenge on a couple little things. And if nothing else, we get to get them on the record about some stuff like, hey, and honestly, my biggest takeaway is always, are you at least, and this principle applies to what you're talking about, is the conversation at least being had? Like our big thing was pushing back on allocation and on breakers, and how does Shep, I think I named you by name, how does one Shep compete with Tom and his 30 minions to get opening shops and all this? To at least hear that, hey, that is a concern. Even with this, is this one program going to fix everything? No, but is it the first of many steps? Fantastic. Like the unsealing of these boxes when they were doing the EQL, great. As long as that's just the first step and you're at least aware, that's why I have been hopeful. Like Jesse talks about the corporatization, you did, I totally agree. I think, though, that is the one reason I'm hopeful is like, dude, Panini did this for years, and when things sucked, it was like no response, period. No matter what. At least now I'm like, man, is it perfect? By no means. Can you have a conversation with somebody? Usually. And are they at least trying different little things or at least Band-Aids?
Well, and if you have not actually listened to the full interview, there is one point at the very end where I did specifically say, well, I've got a softball question for your last one. Because we had hit them with a couple ones. And to their credit, well, Ruben specifically was just like, no, I don't want that. Give me the hard one. And it was like, okay, well, if that's what you want, then we'll push back on pricing for allocation wave 2 and wave 1 and things like that. But it was like, okay, that is something that if they really didn't want, if they wanted the softball, they could have easily had it. And,
They just don't show up. That's why they don't have to do the interview.
Exactly. But they want to talk about it. And that is to Mike's point. It's like, well, Panini, when we had questions, we got nothing. And,
Even when they were paying us, by the way. Topps isn't even paying us right now.
Yeah.
And I will say, the amount of access you get to, I guess you would say, the C-Class C office down.
All the
is
time.
Phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like these guys are not hiding behind curtains.
Correct.
Pulling levers like the Wizard of Oz. These guys are out there. And so I'm way more optimistic. I think Jesse, you and I talked about this. I'm way more optimistic about the future than maybe some other owners, and I just want balance. Like make sure that we, the ecosystem remains a very balanced ecosystem. Breakers, big box retail, athletes, and influencers getting into the market like Tom. I'm not scared of Tom Brady's shop. I'd be fine if Tom wanted to open up one across the street from me.
Oh, the hospital have something to say about that, but that's fine.
But like all these things to me can work together like very seamlessly if we all care about each of the. I've always been one at the LCS. Like people's like, I bet you hate breakers. I'm like, no, I love breakers. Breakers create again these ebbs and flows and rhythms to things. Like
Sure.
It helps me on singles. People break, they get a pile of singles they don't want. Guess what?
Bring them in.
They sell them to me. I sell them to a repacker who, or another, whatever it is.
Ecosystem keeps running though.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it's like anything else. I hate the bad ones. I hate bad breakers. I hate bad shop owners. I hate crappy sales reps. But I also don't miss the days, and like people think I joke about this, and I don't know how familiar. Like there was times you could talk to your sales reps to some of the distribution places. Like, yeah, I meant to send you like a little gift for something. A couple $1,000 in an envelope back in the day would get you extra cases. Like that was a real thing. So like that's why like I do I think things are perfect? Of course not. However, I do at least like that we get a response. So, anyways, you have anything else you want to do mailbag into the interview?
I will just point out, this is going to be a close to 2-hour episode.
We're cutting that interview big. All right, let me hit a couple of these really fast.
Sure.
Then. Ken asked about, for both of you guys, Ken asked about CGC. They were firmly in number 2 with submissions, I think even in sports. And he had a couple different questions. It's a long thing. But basically, how do we get the value of non-PSA graded cards up?
Influencers have to promote them. I mean,
100%. I think it has to come from outside stimulus from other people who have reputations or they have some kind of cred in this, either in the space or just in public opinion. But I don't see it coming from just the hobbyists in general.
And here's why, in my opinion. Those that can speak those things into it can walk their stuff to PSA and have it graded by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I wish that was true. PSA is a big sponsor. I got my things like 78 days out. I will say, nobody ever took care of us personally like that except for SGC. No
That's
matter
fair.
the weight, dude,
But,
I
yeah.
would text Pete like they were.
But that was
PSA
also a
is at
different
least.
story. SGC had the bandwidth at that point.
Oh,
There
I'm
wasn't
not. Yeah, I'm
people,
just mean
but
like
yeah.
I will say like we are influencers who have a huge sponsorship. Dude, I got to submit the same way. I didn't
I mean,
even have to. I
that
didn't even
makes
have
me
to
feel
fill.
better.
By the way, I
And
didn't even have to fill out paperwork with SGC. I put them in a friggin' shoebox and just sent them to Brian, and that guy was unreal. He just did the whole thing. Now I had to actually fill it out. I got to put crap in tops.
Semi-rigids and
It was a hassle. Actually, I have like 89 cards, or well, not that many, 56 cards, maybe 55 cards. It was annoying. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the same thing when Beckett was king for years. I don't have a good answer for.
Here's the problem: is I don't see how it's going to happen. Period. Like, because I don't think people want multiple kings of grading.
Which I hate, by the way. We should want all three to be great.
Yeah,
That would be the best thing that could ever happen.
But do we want all three to be great? Because
I
it's
do.
so much easier to just say, hey, it's PSA or it's nothing. I don't have to worry about like, well, what was the grading standard on that one? Oh, that's a 9.5. Oh, no, but it's a 10 here. And, if people just have one that they can just rely on, it makes the whole ecosystem much simpler. I'm not saying that's how I want it, but I'm saying in general, I think there's not that many people out there other than the voices with social media accounts. But I think the actual collector is not out there saying, I wish I could have this be graded by all of these companies and it all be the same value. I'm sure
You
we
don't
all
think the collectors think that?
well, I'm saying for the simplicity's sake of it, because if they had to send it to all the other places, if they had to send it to CGC and it would be the same value, then there's no way that CGC is either going to keep the same pricing or PSA is going to keep the same pricing. So everybody's going to end up being the same price. If everybody's cards are valued the same way, they're not going to be, one's going to be devastatingly cheaper. Because why
Which
would
is
they
a
do
good
that?
thing, though. PSA would have to come down. The other ones could go up a little.
But that's what I mean is like, well, at that point, then it's like, well, we're all paying the same amount. We're all going to get cards graded wherever we want. And now I have to keep track of which one is it that is this one the better card? How does that pristine work versus my 10 over here?
Do you think people don't? I'm not even trying to be
I'm just-
combative.
no,
but
I'm
you don't
saying-
think people who like grade we're not talking about like the craziest thing. A 10 is pristine with one company. It's just gem mint with everybody else. Done.
I think that if they wanted it, they would do it. Because
I think they do want it, but the resale, that's not the case. The resale value is vastly different.
if I didn't want to, if you got all your cards graded from CGC and you said, hey, this is what I'm selling them at, and I'm not selling them any lower than
but
that.
the market wouldn't accept that.
Exactly. They won't accept it. But why won't they accept it?
Because that's not the mass thinking right now. It just
Exactly.
isn't.
And why isn't the mass thing? That's what I'm
because
pointing
that's
out.
not what we're told to do or believe.
Well, and
We're told to believe that PSA is king. We're that I think customers are. I think collectors are begging for multiple companies to be equal value.
Oh, even with PSA, by the way, I think even they want it because they own three of them. It would be the best if tomorrow I could just look and say, hey, what's the wait time XYZ with all three big companies? Great, I'm going with the ones that's shortest because the values are the same. But the values aren't even close.
They're not even close. And so since PSA shut down, you know how many people I've had come in the shop. And you got to remember, we weren't a major submitter, but we were doing 500 cards a week.
PSA,
350 to 500 a week.
Yep.
In bulk submissions. You know how many people I've had come in and ask, hey, are you going to be doing Beckett?
none.
4.
Yeah.
You know
how many for SGC?
0.
Yeah. How many for CGC?
None.
Yeah.
SGC has picked up slightly. I think we do 30 or 40 a week where we were doing none.
I think people are just waiting on PSA or selling raw.
And here's why. Because they say everybody that, without exception, says, can't grade there, I'll take a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
But
is that's the current climate. It's just true. It sucks.
And to clarify my point is I do think that everybody would love that their card that's graded no matter what would be valued the same at every place. However, I think the mentality, like the deeper mentality of why isn't it like that? Why haven't we gotten to that point? Yes, I think there's probably like a lot of marketing material that says, grade with PSA and that's it. And that's where PSA becomes king. But I also think that you are going to get to a point where if everybody is equal, then nothing stands out. Nothing becomes the king. And everybody wants their card to be better than everybody else's card. So it's like, okay, well, you have a 10 and I have a 10. They both look exactly the same to the untrained eye, but I know mine's more valuable because it's a PSA and yours isn't. And that's what I think ultimately that's what people really want their cards to be. It's more valuable than someone else's.
Yeah, so if enough people got together and said Beckett is more valuable, it would be more valuable.
But why would they do that when they already have one? It would take time and effort. They'd have to have the cards regraded. Nobody wants that. They've already established this as the king.
So that's my question. So why did it happen 8 years ago when PSA surpassed Beckett?
We were at a different time. I honestly couldn't tell you what made the change exactly, but I can tell you it's happened.
Correct.
And now that we're there, I don't see it changing unless something devastating happens.
I think it could have happened if PSA on this last go around had said we're going to be shut down at least a year. But 4 months, which we all know, I don't think they're going to be back open in 4 months. I mean, do you?
I think first of the year probably.
Okay. But
So what, 6-8 months?
even if they had said, hey, June 2nd
To
till January
1st.
2nd,
Yeah.
I think you would have had people potentially looking for different options at a different pace than they are currently. But when they heard 4 months,
Why not? Just wait.
I'll just wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I got a pile going.
And not to mention by the fact, the other thing is we're talking about sports cards. 75% of their volume is TCG and non-sports stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not like sports guys are all just saying we're just only using them. Like that's the huge influx has come from non-sports guys for whatever reason. So they obviously have the same. And maybe there's crossover. I don't know. I got a couple more questions real quick. I know we got to go. This one was actually cool. We had 2 or 3 guys ask about this. What does the inevitable lockout in the MLB do for pricing? Like they're talking, this is like legit, could happen next season.
It's going to happen, in my opinion.
So my thing is this. Well, go ahead. I'll respond after you.
I think it's going to drop. I think you're going to have.
Will they make product?
I would think
I'm not sure how that works with like the PA deals and all that.
When was the last walkout?
94
Or lockout?
Toronto, yeah.
Yeah,
Joe
maybe.
Carter, Blue Jays,
Yeah.
Blue Jays, 93, yeah.
Wasn't there something that happened? I feel like somebody sent me something of last time there was a lockout.
You may
This
be right.
happened in the card hobby, and I don't remember what it was.
I don't know, but I mean, I don't know if your Shoheis will be affected too much. But yeah, I mean, this could hurt the Pete Crows. The
21 to 22 for 99 days.
no,
Oh.
okay.
But it was December to March. Oh. It pushed opening day a couple weeks. That was it.
The big one was 94, though.
94,
I think.
95, player strike, yep.
So how long are
Which
they?
I think that's what we're more in line to.
A big one,
Yeah,
player
big one.
strike. Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. I'm not going to stop collecting Griffies or anything like that. I think your young guys who are performance dependent, Pete Crow, Armstrong, guys who are playing well now. Obviously, rookies and prospects get crushed because they're shut down. But yeah, I think guys
I think
should
it
go
helps
back.
your Griffies.
I agree. I'm going back to just buy what I like because when it comes back, people still love Griffey.
Yeah, go ahead and start buying Frank Thomas up. Guys
Yeah.
like that. That's what, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think too, like we were in COVID and there weren't people playing, right? And it just.
They played the shortened season, yeah, 60
But I
games.
mean, once they realized, oh, there's not games, the people were still buying cards like crazy. If anything, I could see the hobby increasing during that time.
Yeah, but there's a little perspective, like, difference there too. It's one thing when the government said, hey, we're shutting down and you can't play. It's another thing when
Players are like, no, we're not doing it.
yeah, because we're selfish billionaires and blah blah. I just think there could be some souring that
Okay,
happens.
that's
with a
interesting.
strike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you saw that in '94. Like there was a major souring over,
Oh, that's why it took till Sosa, McGuire in 98 to bring the game back.
Right.
People checked out.
which is why those guys have to be in the Hall of Fame.
I'll tell you what's
I
going to
agree.
go up is my Savannah Banana cards. Those guys are going to kill it.
Yeah.
I mean, because people are still going to go to those games in the summer, and they are already selling out. It's that league in general is going to blow up.
Yeah,
In the hobby, you're saying?
In the hobby, well, once they start actually getting like professional cards, because they've made their own cards. I have a few packs of them, but they're now adding more teams. They're adding more highlights. They're adding more airtime. It will blow up if the MLB goes on strike.
yeah,
That'd
I
be
can see that.
interesting,
We have people now that ask, like, "Hey, does
Well,
that
it's more
league-
entertaining. It's
Does
more
that-
fun to watch.
and does that league have cards?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got some if you're interested.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Come hit me up.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Real quick, tomorrow on Fanatics Live, I have got, Ray's going to be doing a WWE Decades. It was a UK exclusive WWE product. I got a case at the National, so he's going to be doing a break at 8 p.m. Central Time on Fanatics on Tuesday, and then I am all day doing Star Wars Galaxy on Wednesday on Fanatics Live. So, Hobby Nonsense, come check out the channel.
Boom. Roasted. Now we throw to Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte with Josh Luber.
All right. Welcome to the National Day 3 in Chicago. I am Josh Luber from Ghostwrite, sitting in for Mike and Jesse because these guys just don't work enough. These guys are lazy as... Anyway, I'm very happy to be here with Benji and Joel Madden of Good Charlotte, 2 OG collectors like me. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of stuff. We've been actually hanging out all day talking about Ghostwrite. And I really should commandeer this, Mike, Jesse, and just we should all talk about Ghostwrite, but we'll save that for later. So thank you very much for being here, guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
And we actually have become friends today. We have mutual friends. We got a bunch of mutual friends, but we've never gotten actually the chance to catch up and meet and talk. And I gotta say, dude, everything we were talking over there about Ghostwrite and everything we were talking about collecting, it's one of the greatest things about collecting is when you meet real collectors and you instantly hit it off. And I mean, there's something about collecting that everybody who collects has in common. Doesn't matter what you collect. It's like, when someone fucking collects something, and when they're just like day trading or flipping things, which is, I always say, like, the part of this where people need to sell is good. We need it. And the aspirational side of this is that it can change someone's life.
No question about it. Look, we're all about the same age, and I feel like our generation of collectors comes from the time where commerce was the distant second.
It wasn't worth anything.
Yeah, it wasn't, right? It was just stuff that we liked, and so now we get to be on the other side of that, like watching the hobby expand. Earlier, before you came over and he and I were talking at the booth, I actually told him the story. I don't know if you told him the story about the show. What's the name? What's the name of the show?
I can't remember. I can't remember the name of it, but Bobby was there.
Bobby
It was like a Shark Tank idea, like Bobby. Remember? Nate Nate. Gosh, you remember the collecting show?
Yeah. I don't know the name of the show, but it was like a show.
And they asked a favor. They asked us to come stand in.
It was a production company casting for a TV show.
Really good
about
idea.
Collecting.
Yeah.
In theory. And what you don't know is that we were actually in the elevator together. I was going down, you were coming out, and I was walking in because I had just.
He was like, "I'm out of here."
I was like, Jeff, Bobby, I was like, you guys are good. I was like, this is not for me. I was like, this is kind of whack. I was like, and it was so Hollywood and it was so whatever. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I got other stuff to do. You guys are good.
I like that.
And I passed you guys coming out of the thing. And Bobby had told me that you guys might be there.
Yeah.
And then and I saw it and I was just sort of like, I don't know.
We were like, "Good luck, guys."
Yeah. Getting back.
We were like, "Oh, I should have told this guy."
But the fact of the matter is like for people our generation and that age is like, if you are a true collector, you're gonna show up and at least see what's going on.
Yeah,
it's part of that.
Always, because part of collecting is searching and going places and seeing things, but that, like, sometimes you go and it wasn't worth the time.
Totally.
But the hunt of finding true collectors and the things you want to collect is going and spending the time to meet people and talk to people. And you the way you get to me, real, true things that are to be desired, right? Things to collect. The people that have them know what they have.
They don't want to give them up.
And they don't want to give them up. And they need to entrust it to the next person.
Yeah.
And so part of collecting is being trustworthy.
Uh-huh.
And
So you do feel protective of the space.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like all the things I want are things that people don't want to sell. And it is about creating that bond and getting them to trust you to get, and man, like it's so different to give it to somebody that is just either going to flip it. And it's like, it's fine. If I wanted it to sell it and that money, you can find that anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And like somebody that cares about that. Yeah.
I would wait. So we recently, we collect, one of the things we collect a lot of stuff. Our wives are just about,
They've
they've had it up to here with the collecting, but we've always collected. So they know that about us too.
Yeah.
And it is, I think, too, part of our process as entrepreneurs is rabbit holes and going down the rabbit hole and seeing, like, so you always lead the collecting when you come back to work, because what we all do is we super serve fans.
Yeah.
Right. All of our businesses are about,
That's right.
it's not about a transaction.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, like, making sure someone feels like they're getting more than just a transaction.
I agree.
And it's a real thing. It's not so the transaction is just is a formality.
It's the end of it.
You buy a ticket to a show, you have to buy the ticket to get to the show, whatever. But then when you go to the show, you've got to feel like it was worth your time. And so when you're figuring out, like, how to better serve, when you go down the rabbit holes and you find interesting things, you bring some of that back to what you're giving people. So I think but recently we collect One Piece, vintage One Piece.
So I don't know much about One Piece at all. So give me like what's the like some like really what do I need to know from the basics of like collecting One Piece?
I'm gonna let you finish, and go on with One Piece. But it's kind of what led us to vintage One Piece is exactly what we're talking about. Is like vintage One Piece is so scarce, it's so rare. You have to hunt every card.
You do. You can't.
What was like that? What year were like the first? I don't know anything. So this is like good. intro
So
for me.
modern One Piece 2022 to now.
Okay.
We got into modern One Piece in 2022.
And love modern One Piece.
I love One Piece, and got into it for fun with my son, who's a big collector, MD'd in collectibles. He's doing his thing, but One Piece was really for fun. We just like One Piece, and then we started collecting the modern game. The modern cards are amazing. We still collect those, but then we started.
We still love every drop. We still,
But as Pokemon fans, right? Modern Pokemon would lead you back to vintage Pokemon. And we love vintage Pokemon and we love modern Pokemon, right? So One Piece, we started all looking for the chronological, historical kind of like, was there anything before the modern game?
Yeah.
And then we started going back and we went all the way back to 99 was the first Japanese game, the Hyper Battle set. And then from 99 went on to, there's other sets like Visual Adventure, there's Miracle Battle, there's Berry Match. And then the first English set in 2005 is called The Quest Begins, and it was the first game, the English game. And then The Quest Begins and Passage to the Grand Line were the two sets. It got canceled. It didn't do well. Those cards are very hard to find, very scarce. But there's tournament winner cards. They had a tournament. There's participate cards. There's a lot of stuff to hunt.
Yeah.
And promo cards, the very first English promo card. So in the Japanese set, there was a tournament in 2002. There was a bunch of Jump Festa promos. So there's a lot of fun stuff to hunt. And we started going down the rabbit hole, and then we were traveling, meeting with very scarce collectors around the world. And we found the rarest One Piece card in vintage is the tournament winner from 2002. There's a set of wanted cards, the first wanted cards. And
How many exist?
3 copies.
there's 3 copies of the rarest
Is it a
card.
whole set?
So the winner card from that tournament is a Goldie Roger card,
Okay.
a wanted card, and there's 3 copies of it. There might be a 4th, but it's not emerged yet. So we think it's only 3. So we found one in Taiwan, ready to go. He flew.
You went to Taiwan just
I went to Taiwan, and I became great friends with the guy. I got a
When was
He
this? that you went?
speaks no English.
When? What? How long ago?
This was 2 months ago.
Oh, 2 months. Oh, so this is
So
like
it's that long to find the card.
Yeah.
And then it took probably months of talking because he
It took about 3 months.
he wanted to sell it, but he wanted to sell it to a collector.
yeah.
And so we also couldn't figure out how to get the money to sort of escrow. So we had
Just take
so I had to go
cash,
do it in
yeah,
person, and it was incredible though. It was incredible.
But we shot the whole thing, and we're now kind of addicted to.
Wait,
buying
sorry.
out.
Is this coming out?
Yeah, well,
is it already out?
We're figuring out editing and how long or short we want to make it.
Yeah.
And but it's really cool. It's a cool story. And now we're kind of going like, what's the next? It was such a fun journey. We're like, what's the next like unknown card do we want to find and go?
So you guys just have one of the 3. Do you know who has the other 2?
We do know he has the other show, so they won't sell it. Yeah. But so vintage One Piece has been an amazing journey for us over the last year or so. And then modern One Piece we love, but also we collect sports cards and we collect antiques and.
So outside of,
stuff.
I think probably a lot of the people listening, people in the audience, here at the National collect sports cards, TCG, etc. What's like some fun stuff you guys collect that's not like in that wheelhouse?
Not in carts.
Yeah, like not in cards.
Well, he has an amazing guitar collection, but the one that I would say if we were going to talk about any of his guitars, it would be he's got a Gibson J45, and it's the first serial number. So 1942, first known serial number, Gibson J45, which is a really important model for you think about acoustic guitars. Like you know, what did Bob Dylan play? Willie Nelson. Like, so the very first serial number, J45, I was really lucky to be able to get that.
How long have you had it?
I got that a year ago.
Nice.
Almost a year ago, yeah.
Can you say how much it's worth?
I honestly, you couldn't buy it from me. I don't know what it's worth.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's worth.
It's hard to put a price on it because it's
I get it.
they're expensive guitars, but I mean they're probably like
Well, like a regular 1942 in really good condition is probably like maybe 25, 30 grand, you know, but then one with a provenance, one with a story, I don't know. But this one, by the way, it's magic. You hold it, you play it, it sounds incredible. It sounds like I took it out of the case the other day before I left for this tour. We're on a summer tour right now. Good Charlotte, Avenged Sevenfold. Before I left, I took it out after not touching it for at least a month, and it was perfectly in tune and sounded incredible, and I was blown away. Like, awesome. So that's cool. And then we've got we collect antiques.
we have a lot of cool antiques.
A lot of really cool. I mean,
I feel like antiques are a pretty big category. Is there
we've got everything from like Z beads. Ever heard of Z beads? They're like Tibetan prayer beads.
Okay, so they're super rare.
Super rare.
A bunch of Native American artifacts that some
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, Meiji carved sculptures from the Japan or early 1800s. Love the. I mean, it's interesting because with antiques, it's you know, someone like all these things come from. They're priceless.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it here. And I think we love it because we shine them up and put them on a shelf lit, like, and like wouldn't sell them, wouldn't sell them.
I like things that you can display, right? You have this dichotomy between cards, which are amazing and valuable, but they're very hard to display, as opposed to like if you have antiques with a guitar or something that easier to be part of your life.
Yeah, they're kind of religious for us, the antiques, because there's like so much like we revere them.
And so is there like a room that like they're all in both of your houses? And what?
Yeah, a couple rooms actually.
Yeah.
Well, and then when you ask your wife if you can put a library shelf in the living room, and she's like, honey, you're starting to take over the whole house.
I get it. I have 2 rooms that I'm allowed to use. Those 2 rooms, as long as everything else stays in there, we're good. If it goes out of those rooms, there's a problem. So I get it.
classic cars too.
Classic cars. Yeah. So cars have got to be a complicated thing to collect, just from cost, storage,
Well, they're
space.
expensive, and then taking care of them can be. We have a car. Probably our favorite one is a 1965 Chevy Impala Super Sport
Project we just finished.
We just finished the project.
It's a long to our dad.
Project mean
Belonged to our dad, and he was fixing it up over time.
That's awesome.
And when he passed away, we took the car. We
Every screw on the car.
we wanted everything to be like pristine. So the entire car.
I feel like that thing's a show winner, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like if we were to put it in like a show,
Do you normally take your cars to shows?
no.
Let's just enjoy them. We have a 64 Impala. We have a 67 C10. We have, we like classic muscle, but American muscle cars.
So like ballpark, like how many cars do you guys own between you?
I would say not that many. 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be complicated for storage and all that stuff.
Not so easy.
Yeah.
It's growing though. It's like we probably add 1 or 2 like over 18 months. Like we take our time. We've gotten rid of a couple that didn't have as much emotional meaning.
Yeah.
Because then we're starting to go like, okay, everyone we keep has to have real emotional meaning. So that's with cars, you get space is a real thing, and then storage and So
The trading cards for me is more entertaining because it's faster moving.
Yep.
And you can do it a lot.
Yep.
You can buy one car and you have to take care of it and drive it, and it's amazing. But I don't want to have a whole garage of cars. I would be overwhelmed.
The thing I like about trading cards more than anything is that I'm always buying and selling cards. Cards. It's easy. I have all my eBay apps. Like anytime I want to dive back in, I can just go see all my saved searches and what's going on, and it's just an easy thing to always be a part of, but drop out if you. So it's one. It also makes it extremely addictive that way as well, which is the other side of it. But
Yeah.
wait, so do you guys share all your collectibles? Do you guys certain things that are each, but for the most part, it's all together?
I'd say like we both have like a little PC.
Yeah.
That's ours.
Oh,
and then
Fun.
I probably like my personal collection is probably more with my son, and it's
How old's your son?
he's 16
That's good.
and he's been collecting since he was 7. And there's cards that again like have emotional. Like we have a sports collection of just players we love. Like so there we have a 101 Mookie Betts rookie auto. There's not a lot of those out there. Like try to find one.
Which one? Bowman Chrome,
Topps Heritage.
Okay, nice.
It's his favorite player, and he loves the Dodgers. And we, so there's cards like that we just love.
Yeah.
And then there's cards that are just really valuable. Not that one's not valuable. That's valuable. But like
for sure.
that collection's more just something we found over time that we couldn't sell. It's like,
I get it. Yet my son's 11 and he collects Pokemon cards. I don't collect Pokemon cards.
mine collects Pokemon.
I've had to learn,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him the sports cards, but Ghostwrite is sort of like the meeting point because it's a toy, opens it up. And so I have never hit a 1-of-1 Ghostwrite myself. And he hit a LaMelo Ball Fire Crown 101.
Wow.
He has no idea who LaMelo Ball is, right? But it's his all-time favorite possession, and it's never going anywhere, and it's never leaving his house.
Well, that's been the great, and my sons and my daughter are a lot younger. So I have little kids. I got a 3-month-old baby.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
And 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. So
You're right in it.
what I think the greatest thing about collecting, period, and has been how many hours have we spent together with you and Sparrow and me? Countless hours.
We're going to card shows.
And we're all best friends.
We're on eBay.
We're texting. We're texting each other links.
I'll send something to Sparrow. He'll send me last sold. We are all sending it around. And
Every day we're talking all day.
sending links, doing that all day. So that's the fun part. But then also with Pokemon, he collects Pokemon. I had to learn about Pokemon. It doesn't have as much emotional nostalgia for me also. Because we're that age. We were the exact age where we're all whatever it is, the generation right before Pokemon, right? Yeah. Where Pokemon came out in 99. At that point, I was basically pass cards. I was in college at that point. Yeah. It was sports cards in the 80s where, probably the same for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's great. I mean, that's the thing about collecting is also everyone can do it.
Why don't we wrap this up? Why don't you guys give me what's just either a great piece that you want to talk about that's rare that nobody knows about, or a great story. And I'll give you mine first, and it'll be quick because it's very similar to your Taiwan work. And some people know about this. Actually, in the back of the white paper, there's a long version of the story. But I have this Otani that I bought from a kid in Hawaii, and he wouldn't send it. And it's a huge Otani, right? It's a Bowman Chrome Refractor, number to 5 auto. It's a huge card.
Huge card.
This is back in 21, 22, and he wouldn't send it. But I couldn't go to Hawaii. So there's a guy he introduced me to. I sent him with a bag of cash. I paid for his trip to Hawaii. He went and got the card and brought it back and brokered this whole trade for me. I literally sent him with a bag of cash to Hawaii, a guy that I just met, and it came back and I still have that card. And that card is, and it's priceless. I mean, I've been offered multiple 7 figures that I've turned down for that. And it was it was only because this kid was willing to go to Hawaii for me and make it happen and come back.
That's the hobby though. I had a guy in the Bay Area that had a winner, a 3-on-3 cup winner, Zorro winner card from the One Piece 3-on-3 cup. It's a very important winner card in my opinion, because it was the only 3-on-3 tournament they're ever gonna do. And a guy up in the Bay that I barely knew, I met him at a card show. He's a great guy. And we're friends now, but we met at a card show, and the opportunity was there. It was buy it now for this price, or and you can't find these and now you can't buy them for less than 80 grand or 90 grand. So I sent him, I PayPal'd him 10 grand. At the time, that was the price on the card, and he went and
it was a lot at the time.
At the time,
the tournament cards hadn't popped off.
They hadn't popped off yet, and
I PayPal'd him 10 grand and he went and met the guy like 20. He drove a half hour away from his house and he picked up the card.
You did the same thing on the Kaido. Yeah. And then what compared to what it is now, but then nobody was looking at tournament cards.
I'm not telling people out there to just send money to people.
For sure. For sure.
Especially if you can't risk losing that money.
Yeah.
But there are good people who you
definitely
can
good
trust.
people out there, yeah.
And they're doing it because they love the hobby too. He was just as excited to pick that card up as I was to get it.
It was the exact same way. The kid that went to Hawaii, I offered to like pay to let him stay long. He's like, no, he's like, I just want to go do this. He's like, I want to hold the card. I want to, he wanted to be part of the story, and he is, and like,
fun part.
I'm forever indebted to that kid for doing that.
Yeah. So, it's a fun sport to be in.
It's the best, man.
We definitely just met a ton of friends and had a really good time collecting, and our wives still don't know why we do it.
Trust me, I'm right there with you on
Yeah,
that one. So.
but they also love it
Yeah.
because they're like, oh, it's cute. You look like a big kid. And when they hear us scream in the kitchen because we hit a card.
Oh my God, when I got a 10 on my Sanji that I got, by the way, similar story. I'm friends with the guy now that I bought it from. And so it's a Sanji tournament winner from 2005. There's maybe 8 copies in the world. The only copy that for sale was a lot of money, but now it's not a lot of money. But at the time, it was an obscure card. No one would have even known if I told you about it. Like, people still don't know what it is. The only one that's listed right now is listed for $1 million. And I know the guy that's selling it. The collector that's selling it is like, that's my price. There's only one for sale.
Right.
I don't want to get rid of it, but it would change my life if I did. So
Right.
I'm not, And so he's serious, right?
Yeah,
so, because it's kind of a priceless card. Got the card and just had faith and just PayPal'd the money and got the card and went raw. And you were on the phone with me. When I got the grade back, I screamed. I literally screamed. My wife ran in. She's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, I just got a 10. I just got a 10. And then I met the seller at a card show, and he's a cool dude. He actually works for like A24 Films, and like he's like smart, like cool guy. And now like we're friends now. We like trade back and forth, talk about collecting, all this stuff. But that like I made more friends along the way than the couple bad apples every now and then that met.
The bad apples get weeded out very quickly.
That's right.
And the good people are around for a reason, and like, there's way more stories like this than there are the bad apples. The bad apples want to stay. They want to stay anonymous. They don't want to come up. That's right. So yeah.
And when I 10 the card, the dude was like, "I'm so happy. I knew that was a 10." And it must have 10x the value of it.
Oh, yeah.
And he was happy for me.
100%.
So it's a great one. So
All right, I think they're saying that you guys
Time to
probably
go.
needed somewhere else.
All right.
But this was a blast. I'm glad I got to step in for Jesse and Mike. Happy to
for
do
the
it whenever you
ghost
want.
rides.
Yeah, for
Bro,
sure,
thank
man.
you.
This is
And
like a
Josh,
blast.
Can't wait to hang again, bro.
Yeah, amazing.
Thanks, bro.
For sure.
And we're back. That was it. That was the interview. I hope it was really good. Here's the thing. To be honest, we haven't listened, but from what we were told, is it was good. I'd be very curious to hear what you guys think.
Agreed. That's your show. We're back on Thursday.
Thursday is normal.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Okay. We get to the product review.
Oh, yeah.
F. We'll do it Thursday.
Okay. I mean, there's
You can
not
cut
like,
all this. Yeah, we'll do it Thursday.
It comes out Friday, I think.
oh, well,
No, I think it's Wednesday. I think it's
Wednesday,
Wednesday. I think it's the
Wednesday,
12th. Yeah, that's okay. We can do like a preview of it though.
it's a super long episode. If it doesn't matter time wise, let's do it Thursday.
Yeah, do it Thursday.
Okay.
Let's do it Thursday.
Let's do it Thursday.
All right, goodbye. You can leave all that in. I don't care.
Why don't you guys just do it Thursday?
Hey, we'll do it Thursday. Goodbye.
All right, we'll see you Thursday.